today we start off with Mr. Jeffrey Combs, right? Yeah. Jeffrey and I, I'm telling you, we got stories, and I told him we have to do a product just off our stories. I mean, the stories that we have is just absolutely amazing. But the one thing I can tell you about Jeff is when you take a look at someone and you think about this whole concept here. Take a look at this. All right, you take a look at where all of you right now, you have a current reality, right? So in other words, right now you are, wherever you are, you're experiencing the financial situation you're experiencing, you got the relationships, whatever is going on, but you also have a preferred reality, right? Preferred reality is where you would love to live into. You would love to experience that preferred reality. In whatever areas of life that you have that equation. Now here's the thing, is in between is something called a gap, right? And this gap, this is the space of transformation. Now, some of you may be trying to read my writing. I was going to do a PowerPoint too and make it to where you can read the writing, but don't worry about reading the writing. I just use this as a prop. So if I spell something wrong, then I have something called a letter box over here. A through Z. It has all kinds of letters. So if you need to take a letter out and put it over here somewhere, go ahead and do it. And if I put too many letters over here, you just take it out and throw it back in the letter box, okay? And we'll be fine. But here's the point, is that this gap, by the way, I want you all to understand that this gap is really where life is. Life is in the gap. Your whole life is really in the gap. Let me tell you why. Because you're thinking, okay, once I get to this preferred reality, everything's going to be set up, right? I mean, oh my goodness, life is going to be awesome. I mean, once I get to, let's just talk the financial situation here. People, one of their first milestones, they want to make, what, 10,000 a month or 5,000 a month or something like that? What's the first really good milestone for most people? 10,000. How much? 10,000. 10,000? Okay. So let's say at least 10,000. Because most people, I know you'll take 5, but 10 sounds a little bit better, right? Yeah. You'll take 5, don't worry about that. But all I'm saying is that most people, when they're thinking, like especially if they'll take 5, then 10 really looks like a lot, right? That's what I'm saying. So man, once I get to 10,000 a month, everything is set, right? Yep. And then what happens is that they end up getting to 10,000 a month. So now their preferred reality becomes their current reality. Right. But then they end up having another preferred reality. 20,000 a month. Because now they start to realize they can't do all the stuff to 10,000 that they thought they could do because inflation kicked in. And so now once I get to 20,000 a month, then I'm going to be set up. Everything is, I'll be straight. Yeah, that's a good word. I'll be straight. So then what happens is that the $20,000 a month becomes a current reality. Wow. And then all of a sudden, 50,000 a month starts sounding real good. You know what? 20,000 is not all it cooked up to be. You know, it sounded really good when I didn't have it. But now that I got it, 50,000 a month is the place to be. So then, your 50,000 a month becomes your current reality. And then when you get to 50,000 a month, all of a sudden, 100,000 a month happens. And what happens when you get to 100,000 a month? Then, you know, Jeff Combs calls me, right? Remember he said when he first made his first $100,000, I'll never forget that conversation. Let me tell you how it really went. Let me tell you how it really went. Jeff, I knew that he was really seeking this $100,000 a month. Jeff used to call me and he used to say, Jerry, when you make, was it $100,000 a day or something? Yeah, whenever you make $100,000 in a day, please call me, because it was inspirational for him, right? So, you know, I was calling Jeff all the time. Right? Jeff, $100,000 today, I'll just leave a message on his voicemail or something like that. And then, so Jeff finally, he makes his $100,000 in a month, right? And, you know, that's a great breakthrough for people, isn't it? So Jeff calls me up, he's all excited. Oh, Jerry, man, I got some great news. I said, what, Jeff? And I'm waiting for this big revelation thing, right? Man, I made my first $100,000 in